Alright guys, welcome back to another video. Today's video will be the college football preview, what to look for, and what we need to know going into it. So one thing we know right now is that it's Alabama, Cincinnati, Michigan, Georgia. So Alabama, Cincinnati game is what I'll be talking about first, and then I'll get to the Michigan, Georgia game. Alabama, Cincinnati can be a big game for the Group of 5 conference, even though Cincinnati will be moving up to the Big 12 in just a few years, 2024, I think. A few other Group of 5 teams too. So one thing I want to talk about is Cincinnati's confidence going into this game. They are sky high, the only team with no loss, and they knocked off the number 5 team, Notre Dame. There was controversy if Notre Dame might have got in over Cincinnati, but I thought that was crazy. Cincinnati, they do look like a good team. I'm not gonna lie. Cincinnati, we have to give them props now. I was doubting them all year. I really don't think they're good enough to make the playoffs, but I gotta give them props now that they're here. I mean, they're a Group of 5 team, just made the playoffs, made history this year versus powerhouse of Power 5 teams. So, Alabama does not need to look past Cincinnati. Cincinnati can play really good with Jerome Ford and Desmond Ridder. One thing I think Desmond Ridder is going to have to do is throw the ball and take deep shots. You're going to have to burn this Alabama defense. You're not going to do it by running the ball with Jerome Ford. Jerome Ford is really good. It's just this Alabama defensive line is probably the best in the college football playoff this year. Alabama, Will Anderson, Jordan Battle can do something. Henry To'oTo'o is pretty good. Yeah, you're not going to run on them. They're really good. So they got to pass the ball to each and every receiver. Cincinnati's receivers are tall, skinny, and they're fast. They got a tall receiver. You got to throw it to them. They're going to have to go up and get it over Josh Jobe, Kool-Aid McKinstry, and the secondary of Alabama. This will be a really fun matchup, and I say Alabama cannot look past it, or they're going to do what they did to Texas A&M, or what they did to LSU. Tennessee almost had them there for a minute. Florida almost had them, not going to lie. So Alabama has to do what they did for Georgia and not look past Cincinnati in this game. This is the college football playoff. They're getting the best of every team. Alabama, watch out. Cincinnati's coming. I'm not saying I think Cincinnati's going to win, but I'll give my predictions later so we can kind of have different videos for that. But as of right now, I'm saying that Alabama cannot look past them. Now Michigan, Georgia, number 2 versus number 3. One thing Harbaugh's going to have to do, since they're 7.5-point underdogs, is they're going to figure out how to pass the ball with McNamara and J.J. McCarthy. They've done a little bit of passing this year, only like 230 average yards per game passing. And that's not like terrible, but you're going to have to get more. You're versing Georgia's defense. You're not going to be able to run the ball with Hassan Haskins and Blake Corum. I think they're going to establish a little run game, but not as much as they normally do versus, Iowa. They're going to have to do trick plays like they did against Iowa, where they threw it out and then took a deep shot. This is going to be a game where you're going to have to take chances. Like you had to take this is the college football playoff. I mean, Harbaugh, you have a chance of going to the national championship. Like, think about it. Harbaugh, this is your biggest chance at Michigan. Michigan fans, they're pumped for this. Georgia fans, they need it. They're trying to get back to Alabama right here if Alabama wins. So, big stakes for both these teams. Way bigger than Alabama, Cincinnati, I have, in my opinion. Harbaugh's first chance at a playoff. Kirby Smart trying to get back at Alabama, they probably hope Cincinnati wins, but it'll also be sick if Alabama wins. So, it's just going to be really hype who wins any game. Michigan, you got to force some type of passing game. Stetson Bennett for Georgia, they have to throw the ball too. Zamir White and James Cook are not good enough to get it done on this Michigan defensive line, who's absolutely monsters. You're not getting past them. Stetson Bennett, we're going to have to rely on you. I don't know why. I do not know why at all they're not throwing JT Daniels. He's the better passer. He's the better quarterback. I mean, yeah, Stetson Bennett gives you a little bit of accuracy. Stetson Bennett gives you a little bit of run game, but did he even run against Alabama in that game at all? All he did was throw some 2 picks. Like he did last year. He threw 3 interceptions versus Alabama last year. Stetson Bennett's going to have to do good, and he's going to have to play his best. This game will be crazy. It's going to come down to the wire. Thanks so much for watching, guys. If you enjoyed the video, hit the like button, subscribe, comment down below. Go subscribe to Sauls William. He's my best friend. He goes to school with me, same grade. And see y'all guys in the next video. Peace out. Enjoy the college